like that old, I believe it was Allstate, that went down on the 94. You know, it wasn't a high rise, it might have been a 2 or 3 story, but then there was a big one, like an 11 story. I think it was a La Quinta, is what Soph was saying. Not I think, but Soph was saying, because she's better than I am, smarter. When it was a La Quinta or some type of hotel. Gone. So something's going on with real estate in the Chicago area. We've not boomed, with the exception of, you know, Fulton, Wrigleyville, of course, Boys Town, because they got money. No kids. Don't get me started on that. It's a deep conversation. Now that I did, see it? You got me started on that. I don't think that 2 homosexual men should raise a baby. I think a heterosexual couple, real heterosexual couple, male, female, you know, the XXXY chromosome couple should get the baby first. And I'll tell you why. Because that is a normal upbringing. It is not normal, mommy, daddy, to be both of the same sex. It's just not normal. Normal is mommy, daddy, male, female. Yes. Even if the mommy and daddy have bigger problems than the homosexuals. Even if the homosexuals have more money. You know, what I'm finding out is, you know, they surrogate. So they pay somebody to have the baby, you know, and they incubate, and then it's born, and then they buy the baby. So does that baby go to slavery? Do they own that baby? Do they own the baby? Or does the mommy who gave birth own the baby? And now we shift gears into my body, my choice, and male rights and abortion. So we know we have the technology with the DNA that we can find out who the daddy is. And the daddy should be contacted in case there's an abortion, even a talk of abortion. The daddy should know. Because if, these are all big ifs, right now the way things are, if the mama wants to have the baby and proves it's the daddy, he's got to pay. He's got to pay. If she doesn't want the baby, she don't have to say nothing to nobody and just abort it. What if the daddy gladly and happily, will say, okay, I want the baby, I want to be with you, you know, trala, trala. You know what they get in Greek? Nah, they get the mudzo. Big mudzo, you got fucking nothing. Nothing. So people ask me, do you believe in women's rights? I say no. Why? Why would I be pro-woman? That means I'm anti-man? I'm not going to be anti-man. I want to be equal for everybody. Equal. Equal. And right now, for custody is not equal. Divorce not equal. More men, you know, commit suicide. And blah, blah, blah. The list goes on and on. So, you know, I don't want to talk horse shit. Do I think women are more fragile, you know, need to be protected a little bit more? Yes. Just a little bit. Because we could see in Chicago, those 4 women, cops, they had a handcuff on this guy, still broke away from them. Still broke away from 4 female cops. So that gets me to abolishing the police. I want to abolish all police and the military. You have a good, solid border guard and coast guard and air guard. We do not need anything else. Because right now, the DOD, or the Department of Defense, is the Department of Offense. They've not defended us for anything. Nothing. And a matter of fact, today I feel that police and the military would go door to door and kill us, try to disarm us. That's why we have to form militias. Or we have to have an agreement with a lot of people that we know that, hey, bam, we can get together quickly to defend each other. Because this is getting out of hand. They are despotical. It's Orwellian. You know, I read that in high school. You know, Orwell and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Who are some of the other writers? Ray Bradbury. I forgot what the name of the book was. The Citadel. It was about the medical racket in London, England, I believe. I believe it was in the 1800s. How they were referring the one to the other, to the other, to the specialist, to this, to that, about a circle jerk. Exactly what they're doing now. Nothing's changed. And you know what? I don't blame them. I'm a capitalist. People need to make money. But if they're gouging, it's no good. You know, I hear about the socialists, oh, the big corporations are gouging. You know what? If a beat off like LeBron James, who sits down and tries to be some type of icon bigger than the country, bigger than the anthem, whatever, the narcissist. You know, he wants to show what? No opportunity? He's almost a billionaire. I don't know. I think they lie on his numbers to get him closer to Michael Jordan. Because Michael Jordan's got more money, he's got more rings. Sells more shoes. Donates way more money than that cheap-ass LeBron. People talk about the school. Oh, you mean the failing school that you pay for the marquee, the naming rights? Yeah. Like the United Center that was in Chicago, or the Chase Bank Arena, or whatever the hell they call these things. Yeah, it's the LeBron James School of... I'm going to promote myself. It's a good tax deduction, though. I don't blame LeBron for that. I think LeBron is a wonderful capitalist. I just don't like his attitude towards the nation. You know, he's done quite well. The system has done well for him. But he's a hypocrite, and I don't like it. I don't like him. I don't have to. He doesn't have to like me. People don't have to like me. But since he wants to be in the public eye, and I have read that he has aspirations for politics, just like Charles Barkley. I mean, all right, Sir Charles, you know, if you're going to go out there and say stuff, well, people get to criticize you, and you know what? It's not a bar where you can pick them up and throw them through the window like you did back in the day, Sir Charles. And I want you to keep speaking your mind, Charles Barkley. I love people like Charles Barkley, even if I disagree with them. Because Charles Barkley don't have a filter. And that's what makes America great. You disagree with someone, you say, you know what? Fire away, baby. Like this Vivek Ramaswamy. You know, do I like what he's saying? Yeah, I like a lot of it. I don't like what he has to say about foreign trade. Not at all. I'm an isolationist. I don't want any deals. I don't want that Pacific trade deal. We don't need deals. Ramaswamy, you ain't smart enough to be writing deals and negotiating deals. You know, I like the way you talk. You know, I think you can execute a lot of your plan. But I'm going Trump. Because I think that he can do it. I think the first few years really got him. They got him. They outsmarted him. They outpoliticked him. He deserved to lose. I mean, he had everything. And they couldn't pass even an infrastructure bill to say, hey, the president who's a builder, who could build these roads inexpensively, airports, everything. They purposely fucked them. And they fucked us by doing it. And you know what? I didn't vote for him the first time. Because I thought he was a beat-off. But then I saw what he was trying to do and how he was getting stonewalled by these people. Then they dropped the Wuhan. Even Bill Maher on the show said, oh, you know what? I really wish, you know, that we had a recession before the election. That's the only way we can win. And then Wuhan. Boom! Out of nowhere. The Fauci ouchie with the bomb. Ah, you're going to mail from home. Now we know, we've seen some statistics. And this is not me. These are some statistics. You know what you can do with statistics? 1 in 5 mail-in voters, which were mostly people with a D, said there was fraud involved. Either it wasn't their ballot, or they filled out a ballot for someone else with theirs. So there were a little bit. But you know what? I'm not a Republican either. And there's Republicans in those areas where mail-in went. And I don't think that they are any pure, morally many than Democrats. I think there are moral Democrats, and I think, that there are Democrats that would cheat. You probably got the same amount of cheaters, because we're all human beings, and percentages roll with human beings. You probably got the same amount of Republicans who are cheating. So, now if we really look at numbers and human nature, call me whatever you may. I am an open talker, free thinker. I don't let people tell me what to think. And I do listen. And I text back and forth, up and down. Some of my friends think I'm crazy. One of them, he doesn't watch my videos. But I have great banter with them. And on some things we agree, and some things we don't. We were bantering on church. You know what? The church, we're winning. The church. It was full of altar boys. A little army of altar boys. Oh my God. So, when you think it at its worst, and on the internet all over, shrine of Satan, I go to my local Greek Orthodox Church, Ios Nectarios, in Palatine/Inverness, Illinois. God bless Father Chris and Father Chris. They're doing a fantastic job. Based on the kids that I saw there, that man's working. He's working hard, that Father Chris, young Father Chris. I'm sorry, I don't know your last name, Father Chris. I know Father Chris Karhulis has been a great mentor to you, but, man, this hard work is showing on you. And I want to thank you for your great works that you're doing at Ios Nectarios. I can't believe the amount of altar boys that you had there. It was an army, and you said, I was looking at it, I go, you know what? It's like a little army of altar boys. A little army of altar boys. And, man, it was impressive. It was really impressive. I don't know if Holy Trinity ever had that many at its peak. It had a lot. And I know when Dimitri was at Nectarios, he had the altar boys going too. There were a lot. So there's been a lot of good people running altar boys at Nectarios. And they dropped for a while, we know why. I hate to mention names. Father Balkas, he wrote a lot of people out of Dodge. Then they wrote him out of Dodge. When the Metropolitan got ridden out of Dodge, Dimitri, then comes in Nathaniel. I think Nathaniel's woke. That's besides the point. He's the guy, he's the Metropolitan, he's in charge. It's a theocracy, not a democracy. So it is what it is, gang. Props to the Russian Orthodox Church for keep building churches, beautiful, magnificent cathedrals, especially in Russia. God bless the Russians. Today the Pope announced that priests are to give blessings to homo couples. Who am I to judge? If you're Roman Catholic, I'm sure some of you are very accepting of it, because I listen to progressive radio, and more I hear about the progressive Christianity. They want to rewrite dogma, these socialists. And unfortunately, I believe that this Pope and the Patriarch in Constantinople are a part of this cabal. I think the guy in Russia, Kirill, the Patriarch, I think he is the last of the solid Christians. Both the Patriarch and the Pope are older, who knows what gets installed, because it is an installation of ideology with the next generation. Hopefully, there's enough conservatives, because they've been speaking up lately, that they can defeat the woke in the church. And the church, by dogma, okay, Jesus was giving, very giving, open doors to everybody. That's great. But then we also have survival. And this is one of the reasons I waffle back and forth in my faith. I love all people. I love my family first. I love God. I love the country. So we'll see. I'm gonna upload this. I'll see if it's any good. If it is, I'll do another one. If not, this will be the last of them. So I've probably been going about a good solid, it's got to be close to 45 minutes. All right, peace out.